Hi friends, it's Amy from Doki Doki Forest, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my pages 15 and 16 for Junk Journal January 2023. This is an open collab hosted by Meg Journals, and I will have that information below. So today we have day 15, which is barcode, and day 16, which is folded. And we are at the halfway point here, and I'm at the halfway point in my journal. So I'm going to be honest with you here. My page for barcode, I do not like. I'm not happy with it. And I'm kind of tempted to redo it, but for right now, I'm going to leave it as is. I may go back and change it later, but this one didn't come out how I was imagining. So I have my barcodes here, and my idea was that I would have the barcodes be like the body, and then I would draw little animals, so their heads and their legs and their tails would be coming out of the barcode, and the barcode was meant to be like the body. And there's my little caterpillar guy. I actually like the caterpillar, if I'm being honest, though. That one I like, but I think maybe if I had trimmed the barcodes so they weren't rectangles or squares, I think I would have been happier with it. I think if I had rounded the edges and maybe had that barcode sort of blend in a little bit more. But when I was creating it, I was thinking I wanted to see the edges because the edges were different colors, and I thought that was interesting, but I think I would do it differently going forward. The part I do like is I decided to make some little flowers, and I cut the barcode and I just cut little flowers out of it, and I actually do really like those. And now that's why I was thinking, as I look at this, I think I would be happier with the animals if I had also cut the barcode out a little bit more instead of just leaving it blocks, like blocky squares like that. But, you know, this is what happens. You just kind of play around, and some things you like and some things you're like, oh, I don't know. Sometimes it's a struggle. Sometimes it comes easy. You never know. And I figured I would share it with you guys. I have everything sped up so it doesn't take up too much time. And I figured I would share with you just so you can see that, you know, some days we have a day when we create something and we're happy with it. And other days we might create something and it's not that we necessarily, you know, hate it or anything, but it's just not what we planned and not our favorite piece of work, let's say. But I didn't want to give up on it. Even though at this point I knew I was like, oh, I don't know. But I thought, well, I like the flowers. Let me cut out some more circles out of these barcodes, and I'll make them the centers of some of the flowers too. So I'm using a painty paper from my Valentine jelly print day that I had yesterday, and I am going to put those around the page to kind of fill up those in-between spaces. And then look, I found this apple core. I said I'm going to go find some more barcodes, and then I found this super cute barcode that was in an apple core. So that I really like. If I had had that when I started, I actually had to have a completely different idea now that I would have done, but I didn't have it until the end, so I'm still going to include it. But if I ever redo this page, I might have to get another box that has that apple core, because now I do actually have another idea, so we'll see. But I decided what I would do is I will stick the apple core, I'll make that like a flap, so you see the apple core and you're like, you know, who ate that apple? And then when you flip it up, there's a little caterpillar underneath. So I have to say, I do like that part of the page. I'm happy with that. But the rest of it was just a little bit of a struggle. And then I just had cut up these little strips of barcode, and I was thinking of those almost as stems. And then I cut out little flowers from this vellum paper to put on top of those little stems. So I have some different ways I used barcodes, and you can let me know what you think. If you think, if you like the flowers better, or if you like the animals, or if you're kind of with me and just like, it's okay. It's okay. Not my favorite. Now we're going to move on to day 16, and the prompt was folded. So I thought what I would do is have a fairy, and she would have these wings that folded. So I cut out wings, and then I thought I would maybe make her have a little hat that was folded as well. But as I was folding it, I couldn't quite figure out how to get it to unfold and look like something that made sense. And then I was like, wait, what if I just put that in the wing? And then I was like, well, what if I have 3 layers to the wing? And then it unfolds and it's got all these different shapes and layers to it. So that I was happy with. So I put those together, I stitched that, and then that way I can glue down one of the wings and then it will flip open. And my hope is that someone can use that for journaling or writing, just a random positivity quote or whatever they want to put on these pages. Or maybe they just want to paint, go in there and just kind of paint the wings. So I'm going to do some decorating on the wings, but I left a lot of open space so that way hopefully someone else can go in there and, add their own special touch. So that I'm really happy with. I am enjoying. That was just, you know what that was? That was a shopping bag that I was using to make the wing and the face. And now I've got some tissue, and I thought I could make a foldy dress. I could put some glue on the paper and just sort of keep folding that tissue so it looks like a flowing dress, and then put her little head on the top. And then we will glue the wings to the page. And I wanted to put them in a way so they looked good when they were folded, but then when you unfolded them, they also looked good. And then I just tucked in another style of tissue there just to kind of give it some more volume and another little fold. And then I thought I'd take some pink tissue and make a little pattern, almost like little cherry blossom flowers on there, or petals, I should say. And then I got this paper, which came in a subscription box. It was just the packing paper, and I've saved it for years. And I thought it would make a cute little hat. And I'm still trying to go with that folded hat. So I folded that, and I'm happy with that. It looks kind of like a little flower or a little mushroom top or something like that. So the hat doesn't open or anything like that. But I like that. And then I put down some glue, and now I'm folding sort of over a piece of twine, and I'm going to put that on the sides of her head to be her hair. So I'm just loading up that tacky glue, and I'm trying to shove that hair in, but my fingertips have some glue on it, so it's kind of sticking to my fingers as I'm trying to put it in there. But eventually I get it to stay on the paper. And now I'm just taking a bit more of that pink tissue paper, and I thought it would be nice if I made a little sleeve for her. And what am I doing here? Oh yeah, then I was taking some more of that paper I used for her hat, and I'm going to make a couple of mushrooms for the bottom of the page. So I didn't want to just have a bunch of empty space. I thought she should be flying over something. So I'm just putting a couple little mushroom caps down there, and now I'm just going to draw the little stems. And then I decided I would like to see her little hand and a little magic wand. And then I decided I would paint the background, but my camera turned off and I didn't realize it, so I am sorry about that. So what I did was I painted the background a shimmery blue, and then I just sprinkled some pink and metallic gold and bronze dots, and then I painted the folds on her dress and sleeve, and then I outlined the wings. And now I'm taking my white gel pen and I'm just adding a few details here and there. And even though I used the white crayon on these wings and I like that effect, I wanted to have a bright white line too. And I wanted it to be a scribbly, messy line because I really like that look. I like this scribbly, messy look with the black pens or the white gel pens. I just like that. And now I'm just writing the prompt, folded, and she is all done. So here's my folded wing, and you can still unfold it and see all these layers that you can decorate. And then she has her folded dress as well. And she is just flying over the mushrooms. And that will do it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Always love having you here, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.